Hey, welcome back. We're traveling back to 1970 once again today because I found a few films that popped up in recent months after I completed or thought I completed 1970. There were some movies that just were inaccessible, so I found some. We're actually going to do two in one today because one of them's not that good and one of them's absolutely awful, and I just could not do a video just for that. So the first one we're going to talk about is Devil Woman. Devil Woman is a Filipino movie about a woman or a girl who is born with snakes for hair. And she's not Medusa, by the way. So you can see her there on the poster. This movie, when I was doing 1970 a year or two ago, it was available on YouTube, but in such horrible quality it was unwatchable. Now it's on Tubi, and even though it's on Tubi, there's very little information that I could find out about it other than actually just watching the movie. So this movie is actually it seems like two movies in one that just got like combined in the last 20 minutes, but one storyline is that this girl is born, she has snakes for hair, and then because the townspeople don't she is bullied, I guess we could say, bullied by her peers, and one of them tries to grab her, and then the snake from her hair ends up biting the kid, and the kid dies. Also, I'm not sure on the order on this, but basically all the townspeople are upset that the kid died, so then they burn her house down and kill her parents. So then she just grows older, and she wears a thing around her head so people don't see that she has snakes for hair. And she not only does she have snakes for hair, but she also has the ability to control snakes, command them. So any kind of snake, she can command. The other storyline, which is almost completely separate, is that this Chinese guy comes to the Philippines to help a rich man, get better. I think he has a broken leg. He's like a doctor from China. But not only is he a doctor, but he's also a very highly skilled kung fu artist. And so the daughter of the guy that he fixes his leg kind of falls in love with him, and then there is this thug gang member, Filipino gang member, who liked the girl, so then he tries to fight the Chinese guy, and the Chinese guy kicks his ass. The Chinese guy continues to just beat the crap out of all of these Filipino gang members for half the movie, and for the other half of the movie, our main character Manda is getting more and more embittered towards all humans and just kills everyone with snakes. And then Manda and the Filipino gang link up, and she for some reason doesn't want to kill everyone with snakes and just starts having some of the people that burned her house down get killed by the gang. And then the gang that's fighting the Chinese guy, I think his name is Mr. Shu, links up with the gang who is doing the bidding for Manda, and then the Chinese guy has to fight both gangs, and then at the end Manda's the final boss, and Mr. Shu has to fight Manda. This movie cannot be spoiled because you either have to see it or, you don't have to see it, which you probably don't have to see it. Half of it's martial arts, so there's no way you can spoil a martial arts movie unless there's a plot twist, which there's not. And as far as the snakes, here's the two cool things about this movie is seeing all the live snake action and seeing all the martial arts. The plot doesn't matter at all, and the acting, well, the version of this movie that you can watch on either YouTube or Tubi is dubbed into English. But unlike Italian films of the same era, We do not have English actors dubbing it into English or American actors dubbing it in English. You have Filipino actors dubbing it into English. So the Filipino actors are doing their best to speak English in the dubbed recording, and it's not good. It's I don't know. I part of me is reluctant to say this, but I would say it's the worst dubbing I've ever seen in my life. The reason why I'm reluctant is because sometimes bad dubbing is actually done by people that have English as their first language. This, unfortunately, is done by people who probably speak English as their second or possibly third language because they don't understand inflection when speaking. So when you watch it, the sentence might be like, "Why are you following me?" And they're literally saying like, "Why are you following me?" Or even that makes more sense than what they would actually say. Like they emphasize all the wrong syllables and they stop with gaps in the middle of the sentence very frequently. If you can get past that, it's mildly entertaining. You know, it's not any kind of high art or anything, but like all the kung fu is cool. And I like watching live animals in movies that are not really like nature movies. And there's a lot of people dealing with a lot of snakes. So overall, I give it a 5 out of 10. Probably better than most other 5 out of 10s, but I cannot in good conscience give it any higher than a 5 out of 10. I couldn't even find the distribution info on this movie. It just popped up on Tubi, which I don't know like who Tubi acquired it from. Because it's definitely on YouTube and like no one cares, like no one's trying to get it taken down. So I don't know if Tubi just found it and just, but it's in fairly decent visual quality on Tubi. So anyway, if you like bad movies or you like snakes or you like kung fu, especially kung fu that takes place in the Philippines and not China, not Hong Kong, then you might want to watch it. All right, that's Devil Woman. Now the other movie, which I don't even want to barely talk about, is Janie. Janie is an American sexploitation film with a horror. I guess honestly it's trying to be a horror movie. Like it almost isn't one, but this is literally about a girl who manipulates people and kills them, and then after she kills them, she gets, we'll say, self-pleasure out of it. The acting is absolutely horrible. The effects are absolutely horrible. The story is stupid. It's the dumbest movie I've probably ever seen. It's just like honestly, like the cinematographer slash co-director. I think her last name is Finlay. I can't read it on there because it's posters. Not very good quality, but she narrates it, and she honestly sounds like a sociopath or a psychopath. Like, not acting. Like, she sounds like she would go kill people, or that she's like going home every night and like thinking about how she wants to kill people. Like, it's really, I don't know. She's like, yeah, Janie, nobody understands you. You should just kill them. But like, even that sounds like more logical. Like the woman sounds unhinged, which I think some people like. I've seen that some people like this movie. It's so bad. I don't know why you would like it, because like you have to just like love garbage. But if you really love garbage, just go watch Multiple Maniacs. Like, that's at least absurd, ridiculous, creative, shocking. This isn't even any of those things. Like, oh, wow. Like, the girl's not, like, none of it's real. It doesn't seem real. Like, in Multiple Maniacs, it seems like those people are actually, like, killing each other and, like, actually throwing up and, like, all that stuff. In this, it's just, like, they literally put, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if I found out that, like, the blood is ketchup. Like, it's so bad. It's actually worse than a Andy Milligan movie, because those like have like scripts and like a storyline, and they're just really, really, really poorly acted and poorly done. But at least like Andy Milligan like sat in his attic or whatever and like made you know, all the costumes by hand. Like there's no costumes in this movie. They're just wearing regular clothes, which is fine. You know, there don't need to be costumes in every movie, but or like any movie. Like it depends what kind of movie it is, but like it's just like I don't know how he could act that bad. Like what I mean, it just doesn't, it's just so bad. And it's not bad on purpose. It's just bad. And who wrote it? Like someone sat down and was like, okay, I'm gonna write a movie. Girl kills people, put in a whole bunch of sexual stuff. That's it. I mean, the movie's 65 minutes long and it feels like it's like 7 hours long. It's so bad. Worst movie of the year. Probably the worst movie I've ever seen. Yeah, that's all we're gonna say about Janie. So, 2 for 1. I think I've got a few more that I dug up from 1970, and then we'll get back to 1971. And thanks to everyone who likes and subscribes. We are now over 200 subscribers, which is wonderful. Thank you very much. All right, see you next time.